Hey, good morning, everybody. Robert here. I'm just about to head out to Hollywood Casino in Charlestown, West Virginia to put in a 1-2 session. I'm heading out to Hollywood Casino for two reasons. First, Hollywood's running a really good promotion on Fridays, which is what today is. They're paying $500 an hour for high hand. I've never actually won a high hand promotion, so I'm not counting on that. But I am hoping that it brings a lot of kind of tourists and some softer players in and makes the games really good. The other reason is I've noticed that a lot of the solid regs who usually play at Hollywood have gone over to MGM because there's so many games and they're pretty good. So I'm hoping that this combination of a good promotion and the solid regs going to MGM is going to leave the games at Hollywood being pretty soft. We'll see if my theory's right, but I'm hoping so. This is the first time I've gotten to play live this week, but I've actually put in a ton of time online. I've been playing these super micro stakes, 2 cent, 5 cent on Ignition, and it's actually been going really well. I'm running really good, which is cool. Usually I just go on there to practice kind of concepts and stuff I'm learning for live play, but I want to buy some new editing software for the vlog. Final Cut is what I'm looking into buying, and so I'm trying to earn the money through online, so I don't have to use money from my bankroll or from the family bank account. So, and it's going really well. I'm within like $50. I'm running really good, so hopefully I'll be able to improve on the editing here with some new software soon. All right, so let's hit the road, and I'll see you guys at Hollywood Casino. All right. We made it out here safely to Hollywood Casino in West Virginia. So let's punch the clock, get on the grind. See you in there. Hey guys, I'm on a break here. I'm in a pretty good game, and I wanted to tell you why I selected this particular table, because I could see that it was going to be good right when I sat down for a couple reasons. Take a look at this picture here. I wanted to show you guys exactly what I saw when I sat down. So there's three friends sitting next to each other, which is always a good sign. When you've got three guys who are coming in to play poker, they're not there to make money, they're there to have fun. That's the kind of game you want to get in. But also look at their chips. None of their chips are stacked in 20s. They're all stacked in lower, 10, 5 at a time, and that's because they're just not used to counting out chips. They stack their chips in a way that's easiest for them, but it just shows kind of a lack of experience. I know some of you out there do that as kind of a con to make people think that you're worse than you are, but this looks pretty genuine. But the other thing you'll notice that there's beers in front of each of them. It's only like 1 o'clock. They've already been drinking for a while. You can tell by the way they're talking and joking around each other. But it makes for a good action table, throwing a lot of chips around, playing a lot of hands, all that stuff. So just a couple things for you guys to look for when you're looking for a good game. Just had a pretty interesting hand. Let's take a break and talk about it. So in this hand, I'm under the gun +2 with a $160 stack, and I've got 6 of hearts, 7 of hearts, and there's an $11 straddle. Me and one other player limp, and under the gun +3 or middle position, he makes it 35 to go. The straddler, the under the gun +1, and myself all call. So 4 to the flop and $143 in the pot. So the flop comes 5 of spades, 5 of clubs, 4 of clubs. Not a bad flop for me. Gives me an open-ended straight draw on a really wet board. It's checked around to the pre-flop raiser. He makes it 50 to go, and it's folded to me, and I go ahead and call with my open-ended straight draw. So heads up to the turn, and it comes the king of diamonds, and we both check. This check was real suspicious to me. The villain had been really aggressive the whole game, just really kind of taking everybody to Value Town, and he almost never checked. I can't remember a single time where he checked when he had taken the lead in the hand. It was really suspicious that he checked here. So now I'm thinking that was just a c-bet on the flop, and he must have missed with something like ace-queen maybe. Or maybe he's got something like a middle pair, tens, something like that got kind of scarier when the king hits the board. Or maybe he's just simply worried that I'm slow playing some kind of hand with a 5. But anyways, we go heads up to the river, and the river is the jack of diamonds. I've played this hand like I'm either slow playing a 5 or that maybe I got lucky and hit king, like maybe I had ace king and I got hit on the turn. I've only got $75 in my stack, but there's no way I can win if I check, and and I think $75 might be enough to bluff him off some kind of middle pair or something like that. So I go ahead and represent the 5 or king and shove all in. And man, does he make me sweat it out. So he goes into the tank for a good, I don't know, 20 seconds. And then he counts out $75 from his stack and looks like he's just about to push it in. And then thinks for another 15 seconds or so, and then puts the $75 back into his stack. Thinks for another 20 seconds or so, and then counts out the $75 again. And in my head, I'm just like, God, please just fold the hand. So he sits there and tanks for a little while longer. And then just when it looks like he's about to put the $75 in, he flicks his cards into the muck with his thumb. And I could finally breathe a sigh of relief. I don't know if he was just Hollywooding or, you know, trying to save face a little with maybe like ace queen, something that he missed. But man, I was relieved when he threw it in the muck. I'm curious how you guys think I played this hand. Should I even have been in this hand with a small suited connector like this in a big straddle, you know, straddle big relative to the size of the game we're playing? Should I have made this bluff on the river? Was that too ambitious? Did I just get super lucky here that he didn't call? You know, maybe I didn't have enough to bluff here. So let me know what you guys think. I've actually put a poll up on this one, trying out something new. It's right here in the corner. Go ahead and give it a click and let me know how you think I played the hand. Or if you have a lot more to say, leave it in the comments. I'd love to hear what you have to say. But anyways, let's get back to Hollywood Casino. So I wanted to mention a change that I've made to my game that's been paying off recently, and that's going for thin value on the river in places that before I would have checked. To give you a quick example, today I had a hand where I flopped an open-ended straight draw, but there was also 2 diamonds on the flop. On the river, I made my straight, but it also was a diamond. In the past, I would have just checked there, but here I went ahead and put out a small bet, trying to get a little bit of thin value, and I got 2 callers. Both of them had small to middle pairs. So I got a little extra money in a place where I used to just check. So you just got to remember that you can't always be scared of monsters under the bed, and go ahead and put out a little bet in those situations. Worst that could have happened is I could have gotten raised there, and I would have just mucked the hand with only losing just that small bet. We've got a little time here. Why don't we take another break and talk about another interesting hand that I just played. So this hand you could just file under idiotic tilt. Pretty ashamed about how I played this hand. The hand itself isn't all that interesting, but I wanted to give it to you guys as kind of an example for something to make sure you don't do in your game, and then also to publicly shame myself into making sure I don't pull this kind of crap again. It's pretty bad. So here's the hand. Again, I've got 6, 7 of hearts, and it's a limp pot, and the flop comes ace, 10, 9, all hearts. I'm not going to go in depth into the betting in action, because it's really not why I'm bringing up the hand. But the villain bets, and I call. The turn is a 10. I bet, he calls. So the river is a terrible card for me. It's the queen of hearts. It puts 4 to a flush on a paired board. Just destroying my hand. And of course, the villain, he donk bets a little over half pot into me. There's no possible way I'm good here. He's definitely not betting with a heart smaller than my 7, you know, so he's not coming in there with a 5 of hearts. And he's probably got the king of hearts, or maybe even he's been slow playing the full house he made on the turn. This should be a pretty easy, if slightly depressing fold. But here's the thing. In the hand right before this one, I had, oh, this dog right fucking behind me. Not too distracting, right? In the hand right before this one, with the same exact villain, I had flopped a flush and then got rivered by a full house. So I guess this happening back to back just completely tilted me. And like a tilt monkey, I went ahead and called. Not raised, I just called. So the villain, of course, he turns over ace 10. He had made a full house on the turn and of course was slow playing it just to make one dumb move right after another, I don't just muck my cards, I go ahead and turn them over. I don't know what the point is here. I guess I'm looking for sympathy, maybe. Of course, I'm not getting it. All I'm really doing by showing my hand is proving to the table that I'm completely on tilt and that they should value bet on the river with me because I'm obviously willing to make very fishy calls. But here's my point. We can study all the strategy books. We can watch all the training videos online. We can analyze hands till, we're blue in the face. But none of that matters if your mental game's not on point. All the strategy in the world won't help if you can't make sure that you're in the right mental state to execute the strategy that you've learned. So my challenge to you guys is to start taking the mental game much more seriously. It's moments like these that make me realize that even though I do spend a significant amount of time working on my mental game, I could be, and I obviously need to be, spending much more time working on my own mental game. I just need to be doing a lot more. So, Dr. Cardner, we got a lot of work to do. All right, back to Hollywood Casino. That's going to do it for poker tonight. A little bit of a loss, just around $100, not a big deal. But man, I was lucky to lose only that. I was just running so bad. Twice I flopped a flush against two pair and got rivered by full house, and had set over set early on that just destroyed my first buy-in. So only losing $100 feels pretty good, so not too bad. Shout out to Bob, who recognized me today, and another player whose name, I can't remember his name. Monty, maybe? Damn, I hate doing that. Anyways, thanks for introducing yourselves, guys. It was great to meet you, and I hope you crushed today. So that's it. If you liked the video, please do me a favor, make sure you subscribe so you can hear about future videos. It really does help me out if you subscribe, and give it a thumbs up if you liked it. But as always, I just really appreciate you guys watching. I'll talk to you soon.